not fun hiding it. Well, we're gonna start a show match, you see. I'm not gonna just sit here and stare at my follow count all stream. I'd rather get casting because that's what we're here for. We've got a rematch between Muirie and Ganer. So we're not changing players. These guys did play each other in the last freestyle 1v1, but we will change the map. So it's going to be soccer, but instead of playing in the standard map, we're going to play in the throwback stadium. So I'm expecting there to be a slight focus on air dribbles, but that's not to say that we're only going to see air dribbles. You guys can vote for the winner of this series. It's going to be 3 games, no matter what the score is in game 1 and 2. We're going to play game 3 anyway. It's a set of 3, not a series of 3. Let's see what these guys can do for us. We've got unlimited boost. It's Muirie versus Ganer. Ganer with his fancy camera settings once again. I don't know what... Whomst goes first, says Ganer. Well, you know, Ganer did win the last one between these guys. So we'll see what he's got in store for Muirie today. He's going to actually set up an air dribble. Trying to score into Murie's goal, remember, is what he's going for here. But he's going to start the air dribble off the back of Murie's net, and here he comes now, going low, and it is going to go in to start things off. Something quite simple for a man with Gainer's air control, but I'm sure there's a couple of you guys in chat right now who've never seen Ganer air dribble before. It's really quite something how long he can hold the ball up in the air. And I've not given these guys any restrictions on where they start their air dribbles for this series.
Congrats,
so they can start anywhere they want.
Johnny, you deserve it.
Hey, thanks, Thomas John. Appreciate the prime sub and the kind words.
100k from your friend.
Wow,
Brian.
I really appreciate that, Brian. Now, bear in mind, Muirie has his dodge here, so he's going to try and flick this. Not quite enough height, though. And it will go straight towards Ganer, who's starting off an air dribble on the back wall this time. Or is he going to go off the goal? Yes, he is going to go off the goal again. He's not happy with what he pulled off last time. So bear in mind, he's got to change the direction of the ball quite a lot here.
So sure.
There is a flick at the end of his air dribble, but again, not quite enough power. So it's not too different than the air dribbles that they were trying on the standard map, in the sense that Muirie's going for that cross pitch air dribble, and Ganer prefers to go for... Oh my days, Muirie with the shot off the joint there. So close. But we are seeing Muirie go for the distance, Ganer go for the finesse. He's trying to get the ball to turn around from one direction and go into the other direction completely. We might see him go off the back wall for a few of these. Indeed we will. So here he comes off the back wall. He has to go way out to have any chance to have enough of an angle to go back towards Muirie's net. Of course, he's got a little too much gravity effect there to have any chance of scoring. I want you guys, when you do vote on the winner for these show matches, or for this entire show match, to try to vote as objectively as possible. Don't just vote because you see one really good goal. You know, we're looking at the whole package between all 3 games, who can do the best overall. And Gainer's actually going to bounce into this air dribble again, dodge into it, and it's a goal actually. Not the best keeping by Muirie at the near post, but Ganer does get a second goal. Of course, by his standards, these goals have not been the best that we've seen, but they have been pretty decent. I think that's just a misplay by Muirie there, double jumping. He meant to dodge, no doubt, but he misplayed that one. Empire Double, thanks for the 50 bits. Ulysses 3 Puid, thanks for 23 months in a row of Prime Sub, and I appreciate that, dude. And Enham, thanks for 250 bits. Welcome back to you as well. I think I'm up to date with all the alerts right now, but if I fall significantly behind, of course we will. Just leave it to the end of the series. That's not a bad shot by Muirie. Started off an air dribble, gets a flip reset, and then dodges the ball forward, tries to pinch it into the ground. All that happened in one consecutive play. Again, maybe going to go for another distance air dribble off the back wall. Of course, these are quite delicate to set up. You need to be so careful not to have the ball bouncing at all, or else you're pretty much going to ruin your chance from the get-go. So there's a good start for Ganer. He's got multiple flip resets. We know he can do this. Looks like he didn't correctly land on the last one there, and that's what's kind of ruined his chance for him. But Muirie's yet to score, so obviously that does mean that Ganer is ahead, because we're judging goals here, and you can't win a freestyle 1v1 if you don't score. So Muirie might have to actually lower the difficulty perhaps at some point during this set. He's only got 1 minute and 40 seconds left in game 1, and he's yet to get a goal. I'm not sure if he will go for any lower shot difficulty though. That's not really his style. Gainer not able to bounce up in the air there. That's the shot that Muirie's really been showing off with. Refresh, we already hit 100k. Yeah, we did hit 100k just at the start of this show match. I appreciate all you guys for following. I know that not everybody who follows me on Twitch actually watches Twitch. Some of you just swing by from YouTube and just drop a follow, show your support, and that is awesome to see. Muirie's got to fight against gravity here. It's going to be so hard. He's really done well to flick that ball up in the air out of the dribble, but not able to get the air dribble start again. Why did we get Johnny Boy versus John Sandman? Freestyle 1v1. It's not a bad idea. Okay, here we go again. Gainer trying to work his magic. There's so much lift required just to keep the ball from falling here. And he is technically still air dribbling because his car has not touched the ground with all four wheels. Just jumping up and down on the ground without landing, technically. Ain't no Rambo. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Not sure if we'll beat our sub record or sub points record tonight. We did beat it. We smashed it last stream that we did. And now we've actually fallen a bit below. It's not a bad shot by Muirie, but it's going to meet the upright and be sent straight back into the midfield. Gainer's the only one so far who's used the back wall and who has used the ramp behind Muirie's goal to start these air dribbles. Can he actually jump? No, he cannot. Yes, he's solid landed there. That's not going to count moving forward. Muirie might have to work hard to keep this one up. There it is. How on earth is he going to score this one? I don't think it's possible with the ball hitting the ground on 0, and that's game 1. No goals for Muirie, but a couple of long-range air dribbles almost making contact. I think he was on target with one of them, which Gainer did save, and then he hit the post with another. So they're both saying it's really hard. Low gravity actually makes it harder to dribble. Wait, is there lower gravity? Is there low grav? I didn't set low gravity. Did I? The timers just ran out, but let me ask these guys if they practiced with did you guys practice with the anniversary ball weight? Because if they practice with the anniversary ball weight, then yes, the ball weight will be different. I didn't change the ball weight mutator from standard because I didn't want to mess with these guys. They're air dribbling skill. He doesn't remember, says Gainer. Yeah, this is just the standard Rocket League ball. Standard Rocket League ball physics. The only difference that we made in the mutator settings is that we do have unlimited boost on. So that's the only difference. It could just be a little bit of placebo effect kicking in. Sometimes when you start an air dribble from a surface that you're not familiar with from a normal map, for example the ramps in this map, then you're not really gonna remember it. That's a pretty cool way to flip your car over there from Muirie into a turtle. Tripping himself up on the post intentionally. He still has his dodge. Top corner's wide open. Gainer with a nice save though. He's saying, you know what, Muirie, if you're going to get that close to the line before pulling the trigger, I'm just going to jump up and block you. That's exactly what he did. Keeping Muirie scoreless for the time being. Gainer with a very slow start. He's trying to fly up and out of this one, but the ball's lost all its bounce. I don't know if this is going to be possible to get starting, even in a perfect world. Favorite and least favorite part of Rocket League? Least favorite part? I don't know if it's my least favorite part because I've not really had time to think about it, but one thing that I don't really like right now is that when I play ranked with my friends who are not exactly the same rank as me, you can't really gain points. Like if you want to rank up, you have to play solo or with people who are exactly the same rank as you, which is a little bit disappointing. So it used to be really fun. You could play ranked with anyone and still climb as long as you play well. It wasn't easy, but you could do it. So that's something I don't like. What do I like? Favorite part about Rocket League? Probably just like, probably just streaming, honestly. Like I'm really having a lot of fun streaming recently. That's got to be it. Good start here by Muirie. Look how high up in the air he is without touching the ceiling. He's beamed it though. Tries to dodge to salvage, but he's not going to be able to pull it off. The failed my shotless turtle is being exploited. It is indeed Gainer. He's calling himself out there a little bit. He's saying, yeah, I kind of failed my shot. My takeoff wasn't as good as I needed it to be. Let's turtle and try and salvage it, as that's the only way that you can come back. Here we go, much better from Gainer. He's bringing this one back on target. It's going to be so hard to save, but Muirie does save it. I remember that time, since Gainer didn't go off the ramp, he didn't have his dodge. That was the difference there. If you ramp off, you still have your dodge. However, if you jump off the wall, you don't. So Muirie's going to try and turtle maybe. He's not just going straight into the bottom corner, is he? I'm not sure if that was intended from Muirie, just trying to roll the ball into the bottom corner and catch Ganer off guard. Hoping that Ganer will perhaps be like, wonder what he's doing here. I'm just going to let him do it to see what happens. Thanks, Alexander Tia, for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. And BMK Lamix, thanks for the 2 month in a row of Prime. Welcome back to the stream. Pinch attempt by Muirie. Not the fastest shot, though. He wasn't able to get the contact with the ball right as the ball hit the wall there, and that's what you need to do if you're going to hit pinches in that position in the air. So Gainer from the ground. This is the first ground to air dribble he's gone for this game, and he's having to do this blind because he can't see where he's going, but that doesn't matter if he can find the top corner. How about that? Complete blind air dribble, and he still gets it bar down and in. That's fantastic stuff by Gainer. He's, I think, taken a strong lead. A strong lead in this series. Hey, Rocket Baguette, thanks for 329 viewer hosts. Appreciate that. Not sure why it didn't pop up in my chat, but appreciate it regardless. I was watching some of the stream earlier on. That's a really fantastic piece of control though by Nytro Ganer. Muirie still has his dodge. He's looking for that floor pinch again. Remember, Muirie's yet to score, so it's not going to help him in getting his revenge against Gainer. He did beat him last time in a super close vote, but Gainer's got such fantastic control over his car. He's going to dunk this one in from close range. I reckon that Gainer is easily one of the best players I've seen at keeping an air dribble alive, which looks dead. Muirie was messing about in the side of the goal there. He didn't realize the imminent threat till it was too late. And there's Gainer just practicing his stalls in his spot. Micro Sinclair, thanks to the tier 1 10 month in a row. I appreciate that. Can Muirie finally connect with this full pitch air carry? He's tried this a few times and it is yet to succeed. There's the flick out of the, or it's more of a shot this time, out of the air dribble. He really does need to pull the trigger from closer range, I think, if he's going to have any chance. Here goes Gainer again, starting from nothing and trying to make something out of it. Just look at that, on the spot air dribbling. He loses control this time, but even in dropping the ball, it still looks impressive. Spooks 5U, thanks for the 3 months. I really appreciate that. See the Muirie looking to replicate Gainer there. What do I think? Who do I think will win the Universal Open? Let's think about it. Well, I mean, it'll probably be Scrub and Greasy or Garrett and J-Naps. But I would probably put my money on Scrub and Greasy right now. Not gonna lie. Right, last chance for Muirie. He has his dodge. He's kicked himself off the post there to get himself turtling. But this is his final opportunity. He can't even take this into overtime, so it's going to be the last shot, and it's not going to be on target. 2-0 again. Gainer is going to win this one by rights, unless Muirie can have the best game 3 of his life. He's just struggling in the stadium matches today. Still very interesting to see. We can save this replay as well in case you guys want to take another look at that Gainer air dribble. Have I heard about Twitch Prime? No, what's Twitch Prime? Please tell me. Tell me more. Score. We don't use an on-screen score for these show matches, the freestyle 1v1s, because... Wait, Muirie might have disconnected. What's going on here? Oh, Muirie wants the blue team. He wants the blue team for Scotland, and Gainer's like, nah, you get into orange. Gainer's going to just give away the blue team to Muirie at the end here. Muirie refuses to play orange. He wants to match his Scotland flag. I respect that. Do I still do pro 1v1 matches? Yeah, we're going to have one right after this. After this game, in fact. We're going to be into a pro 1v1 match. The first we've got to decide who wins this freestyle 1v1. And Muirie's got a lot of work to do. You know, he really impressed us in his debut showing for freestyle 1v1 versus OSM. And he impressed us again in his second showing on stream versus Gainer. Super close series. I know a lot of people expected Muirie to win that vote. He's faked this one and it's on target, but only into the post. Muirie not able to get that final touch. He's, I suppose, technically still air dribbling here. He's still flying. Gonna put the game count. This is game 3. This is gonna be the last game off this set. It's a 3-game set for freestyle 1v1s. I reckon that with the focus being on air dribbling thus far, it has just been in Gainer's in his main strong point, I suppose. So Muirie needs to get off the ceiling to have his flip here, and now he does. Bounces off the crossbar to stay into the air. You know, if the ball wasn't so far into the midfield, that would have been interesting to see what Muirie could pull off. So what a clean kick off the crossbar that was. More flip resets for Ganer from close range. He doesn't quite have enough distance to travel to flex his flip reset muscles. Alright, now we're seeing Muirie really look for this flip reset on the ceiling and into a bounce shot. He's trying this numerous occasions. He's getting flip reset on the ceiling and then trying to bounce on the top of the crossbar and then somehow get on the opposite side of the ball and strike it into the net. It's going to be so difficult. I think that ball just touched the ceiling from Ganer. That's ridiculous that he didn't lose control there. But for the time being, we're still scoreless in game 3. Again, Muirie, he's desperate to get this shot to work. So it actually does touch the ball into the midfield before hitting the crossbar. The crossbar bounce has been pretty clean for Muirie there. But it's not going to help him if he can't actually get on the far side of the ball and give himself a good chance to score. It's an early interception by Muirie. He's had enough of Gainer shenanigans. I reckon these boys are probably in Discord, by the way, while they're playing this, just so that you guys are aware. They usually do sit. I think they were in a call. Wait a minute. Has Muirie really just done this? Surely he's not going to make it. Without an own goal, that ball was destined to be saved. Yeah, I reckon they did say in Discord for the duration of their freestyle 1v1 that they played last time they were on stream. So don't be too worried if you see something you think is unfair. They're probably having a laugh about it in Discord. Get that control again by Gainer. He gets an extra touch to take the ball to the left past a very early pre-jump save from Muirie. Good access to the prime sub, I appreciate that. Gainer easy win. Well, of course, right now Gainer is definitely winning. If we're judging who scored the best goals, they say yeet tweer in Discord. Yep, well that does confirm. But yeah, if we're judging who scored the best goals, that's what we're voting for. We don't even need a vote if Muirie can't actually get a goal. He's set the bar pretty high for himself in terms of difficulty of shots. Is he really trying to get this ball to roll up the side of the post? Indeed he is. Has he own goal? No, surely not. Muirie, not like this. Muirie. He's beamed it. Well, it's pretty much the perfect example of why Muirie's losing this series. Two things. One, Gainer scored goals. Muirie hasn't. Two, Muirie's shot selection has been just a little bit too difficult for him to get goals on the board with any sort of consistency. Gainer's sticking to what he knows. You know, these shots are not easy by any means for Gainer, but they're what he can do. And this is just ridiculous again from Gainer. Dribbling way off target, and then not just bringing it back on target, but into the middle of the goal. You can see there Gainer's getting ready to pre-jump or to get a save in the top corner. The ball's ended up pretty much central. So can Muirie do something impressive enough? I mean, he knows now that there's no point changing his strategy at this point. Scoring a goal that is only somewhat impressive at this stage into the series is not going to get him the votes necessary to win. He needs to score the best goal of his life, and he's trying to roll this ball up the post. He didn't get it that time. What he's trying to do is roll the ball vertically up the post and then, of course, fly up after it. But he's going to get pretty excited about this one. Let's go, he says, as he gets a ball rolling into the corner of the goal. Pog, says Gainer. He wants to see lots of pogs. We're seeing lots of voice reg-ups right now. I definitely approve of that. Gainer again with ridiculous air control. He's checking to see where the goal is. Did you see that? He's looking down mid-air dribble just to check and see exactly where the goal is. He's like, wait, am I over it yet? Should probably take a look. I'm kind of sad in a way that Muirie didn't just stick to this shot. This is the one that he's been so close to scoring a few times. And there it is! Finally, Muirie pulls it out the bag. He ramps up off his own goal, goes miles to the left, and backflip flicks it across the goal. You know, that might be decent enough to give himself a shot of winning this. There's been a lot of very good air dribbles by Gainer, though. I don't know if that's going to be enough to give Muirie the winning vote. Can he do it again? Can he do something even more crazy? What a goal that was by Muirie. You know, if he could do a pogo goal where he bounces his car off the crossbar or something of Gainer's goal to add to his goal that he just scored, It really would be quite interesting to see how Twitch chat would vote on that, but he's just sticking to the air dribbles for now. He really wants to get one more goal to take it into overtime. That's the tricky thing, isn't it? If Muirie could just get one more goal right now in the final seconds, like it's a simple enough goal, then he has overtime, and in overtime he can craft a real series winning goal. So he's trying to just get a goal right now. I'm expecting maybe a floor pinch at the end of all this to try and keep things going. I tell you what, that's nearly gone in. Holy cow, air dribble into Doink somehow. Now Gainer can't let this ball touch the roof off the goal. That does end the series. Even though it's not the ground, it counts as the ground. And actually Gainer's going to accept overtime. He says, you know what? You want to go to overtime? I will gladly take you there, my friend. He puts it in his own net just so that Muirie has one more chance to do something spectacular. What a good guy Gainer is. Air dribbling it in, or just dribbling it into his own net, sorry. Real good sportsmanship. He wants to win this one fair and square. He wants to just win this one with absolutely no doubts in anybody's mind who the champion is. Looks like they're just going to have a little bit of a make-out session first of all. Not safe for work. Cover the eyes of your children. So what's Muirie going to go for? What will he settle for? I really do not think he's going to try and finish off shots if he doesn't think it's good enough. He's got a very high standard for himself, as we all know. We know that just by looking at the types of shots he's been going for all series long. But Gainer could end it any minute. He's still going. Is Gainer. And he's got the bump onto Muirie. And that's it. Gainer takes him into overtime. And Gainer takes him out of overtime. Quite literally. Look at that for a flying bump by Gainer. He says sorry. I'm not sure if he was actually going for that, but from Muirie's POV, that was quite an impressive dive bomb. Straight off the ground. Muirie says, well, I did like Gainer, but the tables have turned. I doesn't like him anymore. Let's go and re-look at some of those goals. GG's, I'll do more for what. Gonna go look at those goals in the replays so chat can vote on a winner. We'll get a vote going. Of course, most of the goals are Gainer's goals, so you guys can decide who wins this series based on the set of goals that they've scored. I think the best goal of the series is probably Muirie's. There's an air dribble off the ramp over. It started off over the blue goal by Gainer, and then he gets the air dribble towards Muirie's net and fakes him out from close range. Then we also have, I think, a complete miss on a save by Muirie. So Gainer trying to pogo back up into this one. Just gets enough on it to put it in, but Muirie did double jump into that save instead of dodging, so that's why he missed that one so easily. Let's check out some more Nytro Ganer air dribbles before we get into Game 3 replay. From the ground, if he hadn't already shown us that he can air dribble from different locations, here he is from the ground, going backwards. This really is quite absurd that he's found the top corner so accurately without looking. And I want to highlight once more, this is indeed player view. This is what he saw the entire time as he was air dribbling. He's focusing just on keeping the ball up as high as possible. You can't really blame Gainer for letting that one go in. Alright, let's check out another Gainer air dribble. This one from a ball carry. So quite a lot of variety.
On the 100k followers. You've been a pleasure to follow the last 2 years.
Thanks so much for the kind messages regarding 100k followers, guys. I'm going to shout out all of those alerts in just a moment. First of all, we're going to finish watching these goals here really quickly. I think there's... How many are there for us to watch in this game? Why are there only 4 goals credited? Were 2 of them... I swear this game went to overtime at 3-3, but maybe not. Right, it's another air dribble from Gainer to get us started here. Ball carry into air dribble again. A really impressive turnaround for that one. A really impressive turnaround. He's going one way, and then he transitions to be going the other way. Muirie was pre-jumping the entire time, but it didn't matter when Gainer can change the ball's angle at the last second. He started off this air dribble going towards his own half, and he ended up going into the very center of Muirie's goal, bar down. There's just a plethora of air dribbles for you guys to enjoy. Then we've got Muirie's incredible goal. This is definitely goal of the series for me. If anybody's just tuned in and wondering what was Muirie trying to do here, he was trying to roll the ball up the post. I don't know if he did it successfully. He did it. I think he did it successfully somewhere, didn't he? Yeah, it was here. He did manage to do it here. He's trying to set up a goal by rolling the ball up the post, and he actually owned goal here, so that was pretty funny. But yeah, we do have a legit goal by Muirie. This is, I reckon, like legitimately goal of the series. Muirie way off to the left with a tornado air dribble, and there's the backflip flick across the net into the corner. Probably not enough in the minds of most, but that's up to you guys to decide. Who do you think wins this series based on the quality of overall goals? Look at that bump by Gainer at the end though, just to finish things off. The variety in the air dribbles that he was able to pull out today really are quite impressive. Let's go and open up a straw poll so you guys can vote on the winner of this one really quickly. So let's just check out the results to see where you guys are voting. A lot of people actually voting for Muirie here. That's more than I expected. But yeah, you guys are allowed to vote whichever way you want. You missed it by 5 minutes. There is, of course, the VOD if you want to catch it. Yeah, Gainer does have the advantage in the matchup yet again.